here in Fisher, Cape Town, South Africa, and the big day has arrived. We're just moments away from the start of the Mr. Price Anchor Challenge. This event is the first of its kind, and it's been in intensive planning for the past 18 months. It will start with a grueling 25-kilometer mountain bike ride from the beach up to the Silver Mine Mountains, and we're going to have a 10-kilometer surf ski ride, a 1.5 swim across the bay, and finally a 12-kilometer beach run. Me here is Stephen Brammer, the race organizer. Tell me, Stephen, what are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, hi Grace, it's great to be here this morning. I must say with this wind, I'm feeling anchored to the ground, but only just, and we're very excited that we've been able to get the race started. All the cyclists have gone off, so yeah, it's a windy day, but we're having a good time.
Now tell me, I know this is the very first time that this event is being held. How did you manage to pull this out?
Well, about 2 years ago we sat down and we thought we need to do something in Fisher, Cape Town and help to benefit the local community. And so we started planning, got together with some of the top sporting guys here, David Mocker, world surf ski champion, and Kent and Claire Horner. And we put some planning together and here we are.
Well, I've just been told that we need to go back to the race, so we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back. Thank you very much. I know an event like this requires a huge amount of organization and manpower. Now, Steve, how did you manage to work all this out?
The first thing is an event like this cannot take place without all the sponsors. And so it's a big thank you to the likes of Mr. Price, who's our title sponsor. We also have Powerade that have come on board, the Echo and the Argus, Tuffy have done all the waste management. We have Mach1 Security, local security company that have helped us out, the Beachcombers Bistro, and then of course PBN, Prison Broadcast Network, who have done all the filming for us. And then all the volunteers. It's been wonderful to have so many volunteers involved in helping us put it together.
That's a huge lineup. Well, we're going to have to come back to you later in the day. Right now, we're going to go back to the very exciting mountain bike ride 25-kilometer leg of the race.
It's the inaugural Mr. Price Anchor Challenge here at Fishhook Beach on what is essentially a beautiful Saturday morning, albeit very, 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 very windy, which is definitely going to make this a talking factor when people look back on the very first Anchor Challenge. Started off with a mountain bike discipline, a 25-kilometer trek up the old Oudtshoornweg on the wagon trail up to the top of Silvermine and back again. And winning that was Kent Horner in a time of 1 hour 15 minutes.
This is exciting. I'm standing right here with the winner of the mountain bike race. Ken, how does it feel to win this race this morning?
It's great. Yeah, no, I had a good time on the mountain bike. Very interesting course, very tough along the beach, but I think everyone's having a lot of fun out there despite the howling wind. Yeah, everybody's smiling and it's a nice day out.
The wind is resisting us. How long did it take for you to finish this race?
It took just over an hour, I think it was about 1 hour 15 or so, but yeah, it was the toughest 25 I think you could do.
Kent, congratulations.
Thank you.
The winning lady was none other than Jeannie Bomford, a complete machine. She's racing as an individual and she won the ladies' mountain bike.
Congratulations, Jeannie. You just won as the first female in the mountain bike leg of the race. How does it feel to win it?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a challenge to be out there. The weather conditions and that definitely put a different aspect on this whole challenge.
So Ken Horner and Jeannie Bomford have the yellow jersey for the very first discipline so far in the Anchor Challenge. Supposed to be 4 disciplines, but because of the wind and for safety factors, deciding to take the surf ski out. So the next discipline will be the swim. It'll be a 2-lap surf swim. And as David Mocker called it, it'll be the first swim in history with more running than swimming. This is the Mr. Price Anchor Challenge.
The wind has been at its best here in Fishhook this morning. We have had to cancel the 10-kilometer surf ski leg of the race because the wind just wouldn't let us go. But we're about to begin the 1.5-kilometer race, which is the swim. It's going to be one of a kind. It's a combination of swimming and running. As to who is going to come out tops, we shall wait and see. The official organizer of the event. The Mr. Price Anchor Challenge has got a motto, determined to make a difference. Tell us more about that.
We came up with that slogan because we really want to impact the community and with specific reference to a number of charities that we've identified who are doing excellent work out in the community. And we also want to make a difference to the local businesses, bringing revenue into the B&Bs and the local restaurants. So yeah, we want to make a difference.
It looks indeed to be just a Mocker pulling out a very big lead at the moment.
There are many charities out there, but the ones we looked at are those, first of all, for example, that deal with human trafficking and young ladies that have been sexually abused. And we felt that we could develop a safe house for them where they could be cared for. That was one, and that particular charity is called Escape. Then we looked at also education. Education, such an important part in the community, especially in the underprivileged areas. An organization called ETE are bringing empowerment through education, are bringing an A-grade education into the underdeveloped areas. And then the last one is PBN, Prison Broadcast Network, who are actually filming this entire event. They do an excellent work in the prison, in rehabilitating the prisoners and also giving them a skill in filming and in radio.
So let's go back to the race.
Excellent.
You were trained by Prison Broadcasting Network while you were in prison, and now you are employed by them. This is your first shoot outside of the prison. How are you experiencing this live event?
I think it's a great exposure to me, and for the future it will be a great experience. This has really shown me that I can be able to change my life.
So it's discipline 2 done, the swim, and a brilliant win for Jasper Mocker, taking full advantage of his life-saving skills and home ground advantage. No wonder he's the Springbok captain of the life-saving team. Unbelievable swim from him. Took a minute out of his brother David Mocker.
Jasper, you just scooped the trophy. How did you feel in there in the water?
Yeah, it was a very, very tough swim. It's quite windy out there, and you can't see the sea now, but the waves are quite big. So seriously, to everyone who finished that swim, that was a very, very tough swim.
What was your strategy?
There was quite a lot of running in the swim, so I always knew you had to get a gap on the run, and I wanted to go into the water by myself. So I went into the water by myself and just got into my own rhythm from there. Obviously the waves played a big part, so I caught a nice wave in, and then second lap was the same. So that was my strategy.
And winning the ladies' Walliser Mocker family affair with Nikki Mocker, the wife of David, winning the ladies' swim there.
Nikki, how was the experience of the swim?
Yeah, the swim was pretty hectic. The run was quite far for a swimmer. Swimming out is pretty rough. I actually almost got a jet ski on my head because I think the jet ski blew a little bit back. And then coming in, there was a couple of really, really big waves. I actually ended up doing a full Makisi in the one wave. So I think we kind of used it from a life-saving background. But for the masses, it must have been pretty shocking for them to get out there in that kind of water. But it wasn't boring because it was something action all the way. So I really enjoyed it. It was really great.
Congratulations, Nikki. We're very proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Next up is the run, 12 Ks, 3 laps, and that will determine who will be anchor man and anchor woman.
We're on to the final leg of the race, which is the beach run. They call it a beach run, but I'm really not sure about that. It's far more than that, and you'll see what I mean. Mr. Graham Daniels, you're the marketing manager of Mr. Price. You're the main sponsor of this event. What made you get involved?
Well, it was an event in Cape Town that we thought had unique appeal, and 4 different events on the same day. That was a new concept, and yeah, very appealing to us to be able to support those different sports all in one day, and to be out in Cape Town is also fantastic, so that's why we're here.
We live in the South, we work on the South, and this is part of what we do, and we take pride in keeping this town the safest town in South Africa.
From the city side, we're very impressed the way the event has been run.
Had asthmatic this morning on the mountain bike challenge, and we had 2 persons that were pulled out of the water on the swimming challenge, but uneventful, nothing major to write home about.
A quiet day for us is a good day for the event.
Well, the inaugural 2010 Mr. Price Anchor Challenge was a challenge in all senses of the word. The organisers did a fantastic job given the conditions, and you know, it's always a case of how you adapt to the conditions, and they adapted very well.
Very well organised and very well put together.
It's a good song. Awesome. Okay, a bit windy, but yeah, no, it brings a good vibe to Fishhook.
And it looks like fun. I'm definitely going to do a leg next year.
I think if the guys can pull off the event today, they can pull off the event anytime. I think it is awesome. The concept worked brilliantly with the separate legs, and I think we've definitely got an event for the future here.
Your anchor woman for 2010, Ginny Bumford. Sub 3 hours in a time of 2:54.59. Brilliant effort from Ginny.
Ginny, were you expecting to win this?
You know, I wasn't actually. I think with the concept of having breaks in between the events and that, I thought maybe it doesn't play up to what I'm used to. I'm used to consistent racing where you don't have a break. But it was an awesome concept today. Lovely to be able to stop and eat and rest between the events.
In a time of 2:39.10, your anchorman 2010, Jeremy Balega.
Jeremy, you just won the Anchorman title. Were you expecting to win that?
To tell you the truth, I actually wasn't expecting to win the Anchorman title today. Unfortunately for me, or fortunately for me, my partner pulled out. So I had to change my entry from a pairs to a individual, which at the end of the day seemed to work in my favour.
With lots of sand in my mouth, I have to say it's been a wonderful day for all. And one last word from me, Grace Sampson, to you: be determined to make a difference.